The forbidden truth of the Anunnaki, what they don't want you to know. Imagine for a moment, what if everything we were taught about human history was a carefully crafted illusion? What if humans were not the result of natural evolution, but were engineered by an ancient, highly advanced race that shaped the course of civilization? The Anunnaki, mysterious beings mentioned in ancient Sumerian texts, are one of the greatest enigmas in human history. Were they gods, aliens, or something far more complex? And more importantly, why has their story been erased from mainstream history? Today we'll uncover the shocking secrets of the Anunnaki, their hidden history, their connection to human origins, and the secrets buried in our own DNA. The oldest civilization and the Anunnaki's arrival. 6,000 years ago, in what is now modern-day Iraq, the Sumerians built one of the most advanced civilizations in history. They had an intricate writing system, advanced mathematics, and knowledge of the stars that shouldn't have been possible for such an early civilization. But here's where it gets interesting. They didn't take credit for their achievements. They claimed that their knowledge, technology, and power came from beings called the Anunnaki, a race that descended from the heavens. The name Anunnaki translates to those who came from above, but from where and why? According to Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki arrived on Earth thousands of years ago, and their mission was clear. They came to mine gold. Gold mining and the genetic experiment. Theory now, this is where things take a bizarre turn. The texts claim that the Anunnaki's home planet, Nibiru, was experiencing a severe environmental crisis. To fix it, they needed gold. Not for wealth, but for survival. They supposedly used gold particles in their atmosphere to stabilize their planet's climate. But mining gold from Earth was no easy task. It was labor-intensive and took enormous resources. Instead of doing the work themselves, they decided to create a labor force. This is where humans come in. According to ancient records, the Anunnaki genetically modified early humans, creating a hybrid species that was intelligent enough to take orders, but still controllable. This may sound like science fiction, but modern DNA research has revealed something shocking. Around 200,000 years ago, human DNA underwent a sudden and unexplained mutation. This is a fact that mainstream scientists cannot fully explain. Could this be the moment the Anunnaki altered our DNA? The Sumerian tablets describe this event in chilling detail. They say that one of the Anunnaki leaders, Enki, and a goddess named Ninhursag, performed genetic experiments to create a new species. The connection to other ancient civilizations. If the Anunnaki were truly responsible for the rise of human civilization, then there should be evidence across multiple ancient cultures. And guess what? The Egyptians, Mayans, and even ancient Hindu texts all share similar myths of gods descending from the sky, bringing advanced knowledge and ruling over humanity. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, remains one of the biggest mysteries in the world. Some researchers believe its precise engineering and astronomical alignment suggest lost knowledge or even extraterrestrial influence. Could this be another trace of the Anunnaki? Then there's the Nazca lines in Peru, massive geoglyphs that are only visible from the sky. Why would an ancient civilization create such enormous symbols that they couldn't even see from the ground? Were these markers for beings who could fly? And let's not forget about the Dogon tribe in Africa, who mysteriously knew about the existence of Sirius B, a star that is invisible to the naked eye, long before modern telescopes confirmed it. Where did they get this knowledge? Are all these civilizations telling the same story? Were they all influenced by the same ancient visitors? The forbidden knowledge and modern suppression. If all of this is true, why don't we learn about it in the history books? Many believe that governments, secret societies, or even powerful elites have worked hard to keep this information hidden. If humanity knew that we were created by an ancient race, it would challenge everything, from religion to science to the very structure of power in our world. Interestingly, in 2017, the Pentagon declassified UFO research programs, admitting that they have been investigating unidentified aerial phenomena for decades. Could this be connected to the return of the Anunnaki? Some even believe that they never left. Are the Anunnaki still controlling us? Here's where it gets even creepier. Some researchers claim that the Anunnaki still influence world events today. They believe that secret organizations use their ancient knowledge to manipulate society, controlling everything from politics to finance to technology. And there's another theory. What if the elite bloodlines of today are descendants of the Anunnaki? Throughout history, royal families and powerful rulers have claimed to have divine bloodlines. Is this literal? Were they actually keeping their lineage pure because they were descendants of something non-human? Then there's the mysterious case of the elongated skulls found in Peru and Egypt. Unusual human-like skulls with extracranial volume. Scientists have tried to explain them as artificial skull binding, but some of them have genetic differences not seen in humans. Could these be the last traces of the Anunnaki hybrid bloodline? The return of Nibiru and the future of humanity. The biggest question remains, are the Anunnaki coming back? Some theorists believe that Nibiru, their home planet, is on a long elliptical orbit that brings it close to Earth every 3,600 years. If this is true, the next return could be imminent. In recent years, there has been a massive increase in UFO sightings, strange space anomalies, and government admissions about unidentified craft. Could this be a sign that something big is happening? And if the Anunnaki do return, what will they do? Will they come as saviors, rulers, or something far more terrifying? The final clues. What are they hiding? There's one more detail that almost no one talks about, something hidden in plain sight. Have you ever noticed how ancient sites align with celestial bodies? The pyramids of Giza are perfectly aligned with Orion's belt. The temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia match the Draco constellation, and the ancient city of Teotihuacan in Mexico. Its layout mirrors the positions of the planets in our solar system. How did civilizations thousands of miles apart, with no communication, all build monuments that align precisely with the stars? Some researchers believe these sites are part of an ancient global energy grid, a system possibly left behind by the Anunnaki. Could these sites have been power stations, transmitting energy wirelessly like Nikola Tesla once envisioned? And if so, what happened to that technology? Even today, there are restricted zones around ancient sites. Archaeologists aren't allowed to dig too deep in places like the Sphinx or under certain pyramids. Why? Could they be hiding artifacts or knowledge that would change history forever? The greatest cover-up in history? Every few years, new discoveries emerge. Anomalies in the fossil record, unexplained structures deep beneath the ocean, or ancient maps showing Antarctica without ice before it was discovered. If the Anunnaki really existed, then history as we know it is a lie. Think about it. Why are ancient texts dismissed as myths, but history books written just a few hundred years ago are treated as absolute truth? If we were given only part of the story, then the real question isn't whether the Anunnaki were real, but why we're not allowed to know the full truth. Could it be that history is controlled not just by humans, but by something much older? One thing is certain, the past holds secrets that could change the future, and those who seek the truth might be closer than they think. If this blew your mind, imagine what else is hidden in history. Hit like to support deep research, subscribe for more mind-blowing mysteries, and share this with someone who needs to see it.